Also coming up, academic activities halted across all basic schools at Nyankpala in the northern region following gunshots by unknown persons in the community. Of the trip, Royal Century Hotel promises to give patrons a memory of a lifetime.
For those who are coming, I can assure you that you're going to have a really great time because Citi is the first stop in terms of hotels. And so I think they wanted to give you a great opening to the whole experience. So you're coming to experience 35 acres of lush greenery in front of the Volta River.
Let's bring you details of our stories. And former Chief Justice Sophia Akufo has joined picketing pensioner bondholders at the Finance Ministry to support their demand for exemption of the investments from the Domestic Debt Exchange Program. Now, since Monday, February 6th, retirees holders of government bonds have been picketing at the Finance Ministry as a rejection of the 15% coupon rate at 5 years maturity offer proposed by the government. Now, Sophia Akufo, who served as Chief Justice under the current administration between 2017 and 2020, tells Citi News that the government must reconsider its decision and exempt them. Now, Charles Kumi has been monitoring this story from Monday, and he'll give us the details. Charles, what more can you tell us?
Right. So today is supposed to be day 5 of the picketing here at the Finance Ministry by the Pensioner Bondholders Forum. The Pensioner Bondholders Forum is a group of retirees who have investments in government securities. Government has begun the Domestic Debt Exchange Program, and they want their funds, their investments exempted from this exchange program. They say they want none of it, even though government says that it is giving them a 15% coupon rate and a 5-year maturity. So from Monday, they've been here from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 1 hour each day, expressing their dissatisfaction with these terms and the entire program as a whole. Today is Friday, and it was supposed to be the normal day 5, but fortunately for them, they have one of the bigwigs in the country. The bigwig I am referring to is a former Chief Justice, Justice Sophia Akufo. She was Chief Justice of Ghana between 2017 and 2020. She has joined in the picketing this morning, essentially to support the pensioners and to help them get their funds exempted.
Who would have thought that we, the aged people of Ghana, will be driven to this? No, never. And so it's heartbreaking. I'm not as badly affected as quite a lot of people are, but even if I didn't have a single government bond, I would still have come, because older people in a country like this, where we don't have any special programs for the aged other than a pension, and now the pension is what is being threatened with all kinds of interferences. No, I could not really sit by. Yes, and so I felt I had to come. Yes, and I wish more people this age have come, or for that matter, even more young people. There are a number of young people who are here. They are grandchildren, if nothing at all. If we've got something, they too on their birthday, they'll get something valuable from us. But at the same time, we need to protect their future, so that they, when they become our age, will also will have sufficient confidence in their nation to invest in the nation. We've already invested a lot in this nation. We've invested our health, we've invested our youth, we've invested our time as pensioners. We worked faithfully, and that is why we earned pensions. And End of the day, that's all that it is. And when I owe somebody, the most I can do is to try and see if they will agree to change the terms of our agreement. But you cannot shove it down our throats, and you cannot insist that because you think you cannot afford it, I should accept whatever you want me to do. No, they cannot do that. As administrators, they should rather be looking at parts of what they are in place to do, what they get paid to do, where they can cut on expenditure, they can cut on waste. They have not even come to prove to us where they've identified wastage and what is being done about it. You and I, you walk around and you see a lot of waste all along. And you don't want to do anything, and you want me to take a haircut. I don't know. With a little bit of hair left on my head, I want it on my head. I'm not going to take a haircut. And I'm not encouraging any Ghanaian to take a haircut. Patriotism is on various levels. And I think most of us have already chalked 99% of patriotism at this time in our lives. So don't let some young whippersnapper come and tell us to cut our expenditure and things like that. And it's not even as if most pensioners are living in luxury. All they've done is to shore up their monies in such a way that that added to their if they are earning pensions from their former places of employment, how they can have room to maneuver. Who said old age has to end up in poverty? It shouldn't.
The former Chief Justice also urged bondholders not to sign onto the domestic debt exchange program.
I'm over 70 now, and I'm no longer a government employee. My mouth has been ungagged, and I'm talking and I'm saying what I feel. And it's important that the elderly in this nation should be respected. One, I find this wicked, I find it disrespectful, I find it unlawful, I find it totally wrong, period. Because you don't solve your problems by sacrificing your aged. That's the last thing you should do, especially when you don't have any services that are specially geared at the comfort and the relief of the aged. The Minister of Finance had better go back to the drawing board and come back with a better proposal, because otherwise nobody is going to. I'm encouraging people not to agree to sign up to anything. Yes, and if need be, we can all go to court. That's all. A contract is a contract, and it has to be respected. And if you want to renegotiate it, come to the table, one, with humility, and come with a yesable proposition, not take it or leave it. Yes, it's all of us, it's our duty to shore up our economy. But we voted government into power to take care of our economy. So we should see where the due diligence is before you tell an aged person to lend you money. Please, they should come again. This doesn't start, it's a non-starter. So that's it. Well, I'm not speaking to the president. He has appointed somebody to take care of our money. And I remember when Ken Ofori-Atta was first appointed in 2017. I remember a statement he made that he sees his responsibility as Minister of Finance to protect the public purse. If you've not protected the public purse, why should it be us?
Parliament has invited the Finance Minister to come and explain some of the issues surrounding the debt exchange program. The pensioners say this is in the right direction.
For me, I was very active in the pension reform. And for me, it will sadden people like President Adekunle for what he wanted to do for the elders, okay, to come out with set a pension that will ensure retirement income security for Ghanaian workers. Now look at what is happening, okay. And if you look at the parliamentarians, those who pass the pensions law to ensure that pensioners will go with a benefit that will give them income security, I think they should be very sad and concerned too, because the current speaker, he was the minority leader. Okay, so if they pass the pensions law, and for me this is contrary to the Pensions Act. Okay, if you go check the pensions law, section 2A, it was to ensure income security for Ghanaian workers. So if pensioners were exempted from paying benefit from paying tax, so then what is the point in saying that you are going to reduce their? So for me, it's apart from us, the other people coming to picket here, it might be a concern to even the lawmakers that if they made laws to ensure something, then the law must work. So for me, being to the council, we've been to a lot of other people, and I'm sure they might have been speaking to the minister. Okay, and by now you should have listened. So if Parliament is where you will listen, we hope that at the end of the day we get what they want. Because for us, it's not a question that we want to debate. Okay, it's not negotiable. It's total exemption or nothing else.
When the day's picketing was over, the finance minister invited leadership of the group into a meeting. In that meeting, the minister expressed concern about the tradability of the old bonds should the pensioners hold onto them. I asked the convener for the group if the explanations provided by the minister made any difference.
The members are saying that they don't have a problem if they cannot trade their bonds. And they didn't buy the bonds to trade. They bought these bonds to hold on to maturity. What they are interested in is the coupons that they will be receiving. And in fact, some of them has already indicated that if he took even 15 years, he is not going to ask for that 15 years money to do anything. Many people might have bequeathed it to their children in their wills. That look, if I'm not there, I have a bond. Go and take the proceeds of the bonds. So while they are alive now, what they are thinking about is the coupons that will be coming to them regularly for them to buy, especially their medication. And if his coupon, he was already having, let's say, 25, 26, 28, 20, and now you are bringing it to 15, that is where the challenge is. So they don't care. And we told the minister, our members have even asked us to tell you that don't worry about the tradability. Don't worry about them, that they might not be able to trade their bonds if they want to trade it. They say that one, leave it to them. They don't want you to take that on as your part of your problem. Leave it with them. Let them be there and service their coupons. He also maintained that, well, it is voluntary, so you may opt out if you don't want. And I have to also argue that there's a difference between government exempting you or the issuer exempting you from this restructuring and you yourself opting out. I have worked in the market. The minister has also worked in the market. So I believe the two of us, we know that exemption is different from coming out of the exercising your option. And I say, if the issuer exempts you from a restructuring, the issuer is telling you that for these debts, I don't have a challenge. I can handle whatever there is that I have to handle. That is why I am not restructuring it. That is what exemption means. These ones I can handle. I owe 2 million. I can handle 500,000. So for this 500,000, I won't restructure. The ones I cannot handle is what I'm restructuring. So that is exemption. But when the ones that I'm going to restructure, you decide not to come under it, you yourself decide that you want to opt out of that, that has not been exempted. That is one or two of holders. You are one of two holders or one of the holders of those bonds that I have said I may have some challenges handling the coupon and the principal payment. That is why I am restructuring. So if you don't come under that and there is a problem, then you ought to have known already that yes, the issuer said he may have challenges. That is why he was restructuring. And so if I didn't go under it, then I stand a risk if it ever comes. No, we are still we still want exemption. We keep on doing what we are doing until we get exemption.
Today's protest was expected to be a normal picketing, just like it's been here at the Finance Ministry since Monday. But it was a bit out of the ordinary. Former Chief Justice Sophia Kufu joined the protesters, and she says that she may not be an investor with governments, but she feels it's as a duty to join in and give her support to the retirees who have gathered here since Monday to protest against their inclusion in the domestic debts exchange program, essentially calling for exemption. From the Finance Ministry here in Accra, my name is Charles Osukumi for Citi News.
We move on to some other stories, and academic activities have halted across all basic schools at Nyankpala, a community in the Tolon district of the northern region, following gunshots by unknown persons in the community on Thursday. There's more in this report.
Sporadic gunshots started Thursday afternoon, but neither the assailants nor their motive is known. However, some residents believe that the gunshots are the result of a new chief enskinned by the overlord of Dagong, Yana Abukari. Some teachers who spoke off record said the schools are closed due to the insecurity situation in the area. Citi News understands that some workers have fled the community. Meanwhile, calm has been restored in the area by the police, with business activities bouncing back. University students at the Nyankpala UDS campus were also seen attending lectures.
The minority in Parliament has kicked against the introduction of the Public Elections Regulations 2023 onto the business statement of the House for the ensuing week. Now, the constitutional instrument proposes the use of the Ghana card as the sole document for the limited voter registration exercise by the Electoral Commission. Now, during the presentation of the activities for next week by the Deputy Majority Leader, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, the leadership of the minority group resisted the move. We have more in this report. Let's go to Parliament and speak to our parliamentary correspondent, Ni Ayukwe Okaini. What more can you tell us from Parliament?
The Deputy Majority Leader, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, on Friday presented the business statement of the House, and as part of the business statement was a constitutional instrument by the Electoral Commission seeking to use the Ghana card as the sole document for the limited registration exercise. Now, there was a strong opposition from the minority leadership in the House because they were not engaged on this CI by the EC, and more so, it was not part of the discussions they had at the Business Committee, hence their disapproval.
Mr. Speaker, it is expected that the CI will be laid. It is expected. The Electoral Commission may lay its CI. Parliament has a mandate to scrutinize. Parliament cannot also obstruct a constitutional body from undertaking its work merely because it has some disagreements. Parliament has a mandate through its subsidiary committee on legislation to have a critical look at it, but Parliament cannot obstruct or prevent a constitutional body which has a constitutional mandate to conduct public elections from...
Honorable Leader, I have seen introduction of the CI which was never discussed at the Business Committee meeting. For the Deputy Majority Leader who did not attend Business Committee meeting to stand here and to make a pronouncement that this was agreed upon. Mr. Speaker, I'm deeply disappointed in the clerks in particular for allowing this to be smuggled into a business committee statement. Mr. Speaker, this can never be allowed. Mr. Speaker, to be honest with you, if that is the way this administration wants to go, this side of the House wants to go, Mr. Speaker, we are ready for them. Your business committee cannot go and have a meeting and write a report, adopt that report, take that decision. Then an absentee chairman of the committee will generate a report and put the business committee report aside. Due to that, Mr. Speaker, I vehemently oppose the adoption of this fraudulent, bogus, deceitful, dishonest, and smuggling report which is being presented in this House.
Words are not admissible on the floor of the House. And the leader should be a good example. Avoid using words which are not acceptable. And be shouting as if you're quarreling on a radio station. That is most unbecoming of a leader. We did reference to you. Whatever you want to say, there's nothing new I've added to what the two leaders have said. But you only added insults. And I think that is most unbecoming of a leader. Yeah. Whatever you want, objections stated. I've said they will respond to you, and then we'll make the decision is to be made by the House. So stop shouting and stop using offensive words, please.
Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Ayikwe Okine for Citi News.
You're still watching the Citi Newsroom. My name is Vivian Kailoko. When we come back, President Akufo-Addo charges state-owned enterprises to contribute to the development of the country or face expulsion. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Plus is a fully skimmed evaporated milk. Creamy Plus is available in a shop near you.
This message has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
A great journey lies ahead of us all. And we all have different paths carved out for us. No matter who you are and the path you're on, make sure you choose a partner you can trust. A partner with integrity who will always give you the support you need when you need it. No matter what you do and where you are in your journey in life, you are very significant, and so is the path you're on.
Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG, cherishes financial security as much as you do and shares the same values as you. That is why we are the right financial partner to stand with you. We are now one of the largest banks in Ghana, and we are ready to partner and work with you. CBG, we stand with you.
Love is a beautiful thing. This love not for you and me. Be my Juliet and I'll be your Romeo, my love.
This Valentine's season, we are expressing our love and dedication to those who mean the most to us in ways that are unmistakable. Join us on the 14th of February at Pediasi Valley Resort for phenomenal meals and exhilarating music enjoyed under the starry night skies. This is sure to turn a spark into a roaring flame. Don't miss out on our Treasure and Moonlight packages that run from the 13th to the 16th of February to absolutely melt your partner's heart and show just how much you care. Love brewed in the valley just got sweeter. For inquiries, please call 0540-125-555 or 0540-125-554. Pediasi Valley Resort. Live life.
You are my love.
And you're welcome back to the City Newsroom. President Akufo-Addo has cautioned chairpersons of boards and chief executives of state-owned enterprises to sit up and collaborate with the government and bring forth strategic ways to develop the country or face expulsion from his government. He has also charged CEOs of state-owned enterprises to help change the current economic situation. According to the president, the present state of the economy requires a collective effort and expertise of all his appointees to help build a robust economy.
Board chairs and entity heads have for a long time been overlooked when blame is being apportioned for the downturn in Ghana's economic fortunes, with the flag going largely to sector ministers and to Mr. President. You can no longer stay in the shadows whilst others receive the backlash for the nation's current problems. The time has come for you to own up to this responsibility and take the front stage in our nation's development. As captains of our industries, you hold some of the keys to unlocking Ghana's full economic potential. Jump-starting our economy begins with you. You should be the major drivers of Ghana's economy rather than being an add-on and a financial burden. It is unacceptable for specified entities who together control half of the nation's assets to contribute less than 5% to the nation's GDP. Your call to this service was based on the belief in your capabilities to help develop our nation. Your task is simple. Be efficient and profitable where applicable, and contribute significantly to the growth of the economy. As you are well aware, my expectation of you is to contribute some 30% to our GDP. I entreat you to reflect deeply on our nation's current situation, what your contribution has been, and what you can do to help turn things around.
Now, there's growing call for the legalization of cannabis in Ghana after the Narcotics Control Commission destroyed 50 million cedis worth of the substance as part of its mandate. Now, currently, Ghana's laws doesn't allow the use of and cultivation of the product despite its huge economic potential. Fred Duho has more.
Weed or marijuana, also known locally as ganja, tampi, pipiripi, abosam tawa, and many more, remains one of the dreaded drugs due to its negative impact on people's life when abused. There are, however, growing calls for it to be legalized in Ghana. According to Yorkshire Herb Supply Chain Map report, the cannabis industry globally currently holds a total wealth of about £3.3 billion as at 2019, with the potential to grow by 16% in the next 5 years, according to Grandview Research. In 2019, 3.8 million tons of herb and its products, including creams, fiber, and oil, were exported globally, equivalent to £4.5 billion. According to the United Nations Comstrade, India is the main exporter of herb, with 27% production of the total global figure. China is the second largest producer, United States, Burkina Faso, and Ghana as key exporter countries between 2015 and 2019 of the United Nations Comstrade report. Backing calls for the legalization of marijuana for its economic benefit, Dr. Joseph Gisam, who is the Vice President of Lab Operations at the United Tobacco Company in North Carolina in the United States of America, is calling for stakeholder engagement for the country to fully tap the benefits.
This industry is, at about 2021, it's about $5 billion worth of industry. And this is projected to go up to about more than $47 billion in 2028, just in the next 5 years. We have two types, the marijuana and then the hemp. And the hemp is THC in there is, should be around 0.3% or less. And then the weed, what they call the weed, can have a lot of them. That's a problem. So we have to find a way to regulate these two, and I think we can do it. But in terms of economic benefit, Ghana can gain more there by trying to give licenses to certain people for export purposes, and also do specific products. There are some products like pain creams, and that can be used, that we can get from that. I think nobody will go and take the pain cream and put it in their mouth or something like that. In Ghana, when we have a lot of they use mercury and other heavy metals and stuff, the pollution that we see, we can grow hemp in those areas, and the hemp will kind of remedy it. That means that the hemp will absorb those metals that are toxic to the people. It can get them out, and then we can dispose of something like that.
But in the opinion of the Public Affairs Director of the Narcotics Control Commission, Francis Opoku-Emwa, until a time when the laws are amended to suit current trends on narcotics, his outfit will be left with no option than to destroy every quantity seized.
Section 39 of the Narcotics Control Commission Act 1019, it says that cannabis is an illegal drug, and therefore you cannot say that you're going to trade it. We've heard people say that, why are you destroying it? You can sell it, because it is an illegal thing.
Other countries are legalizing it.
They have their laws. And based on their laws, they can do whatever they want to do with it. We have our law. As the law stands now, it is illegal.
Meanwhile, the country's laws, Narcotics Control Commission Act 2020, Act 1019, frowns on the cultivation and use of weed or marijuana for any purpose. Portions of this law makes it illegal. But how did the U.S. manage to succeed in passing laws and enforce them to benefit from the substance? Dr. Gisam shared some insights.
The U.S. FDA and the Congress are working to see how best they can streamline the law after the 2018 Farm Bill. So it's a very huge industry that can be exploited, for economic benefits. Even though we have some other, some concerns about the use and all that, but if it's well regulated and it's checked, I think it's very, very beneficial. The U.S. moved the hemp from controlled substance Schedule 1 because of the way they were able to engage a lot, and I think most people are apprehensive because there should be a lot of education about it. This is a plan.
Now, if you had your basic school education in Ghana, chances are you still remember the story, a market day at Sesawa. You may have forgotten the details and may even wonder if a market day there is fiction or real. Well, my colleague Caleb could have visited that market and brought us this report.
Indeed, a market day at Sesawa is no fiction. A bird's view of the market shows a colorful and vibrant commerce center in the plains down the mountains of Koboland. In the story, readers are informed of traders traveling from long distances to do business at the popular bread basket. This is true. I met traders from Tema, Medina, and Ashaiman. I was told people travel from as far as Kumasi to come by to sell. There was everything you can think of in a Ghanaian market, from plantain to dry fish, gari to charcoal, except that the vegetables were fresher, the plantains were bigger, and they were all cheaper.
You came all the way from Medina to Asesewa.
Yeah.
How much are you going to sell this for?
I use it for kenke.
Right. Then it means that you get it at a cheaper price.
Oh, it's not cheap.
I mean, no. If you bought this in, say, Medina,
yeah,
it would have been more expensive. How much is this sold for in Medina?
Medina is 6.5 or 7.
This is
6.5 or 7. Yeah.
How many bags are you buying?
4 bags.
You're buying 4.
Yeah.
So it means you are saving either 400 cedis or 200 cedis on the 4 bags.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hope that then your kenke is sizable.
Yeah, my kenke is fine.
I mean, I hope it's not too small.
No.
Okay.
It's
So
okay.
is it 4 CD or 5 CD?
3 CD, 5 CD. 3 CD, 4 CD.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thanks for talking. Is this all you are buying from Asesewa?
I buy 4 bags.
Is that all you came to buy?
Yeah.
Only maize?
No, I will buy gari and nyama things.
Okay, so gari is cheaper here.
I didn't buy gari today. Yeah. I'm going to buy charcoal too.
Why do you come all the way to Asesewa to buy? What do you know about Asesewa? Tell me something.
Asesewa, if you buy it here, it's better than you buy it from Medina. Yeah. If you buy it from here, from Medina, maybe 4 bags, you get profits like 40 Ghana or 4 million or 2 million. You can use it to buy another thing. Yeah.
When you look at the distance, I mean the road you have to travel on, the stress and all, is it worth it?
It's good for me.
I met 2 elderly farmers, one in his late 70s and the other early 80s. They were both going strong at the advanced ages, but each had concerns over the agri sector.
One thing that is worrying us here is when we bring maize to the market here, those people from Accra, they have to give us the price. When you bring the maize, you sit down until they tell you the price. So the price that they like, that's what they give us.
As a farmer, you will decide how much you're selling.
No. When you come, they will not buy the maize for you. You put the maize down until the middlemen will ask the women from Accra how much is the price that you bring. So they have to tell us the price that they are going to buy the maize.
How is that affecting you?
It's worrying us too much because formerly we convey the maize to the market at a cost price of, let's say, 10 cedi. Now the drivers are charging 30 cedi. So before you sell this maize, you will not get anything at all. So it's worrying us a lot.
Do you make profit when you farm?
We don't make any profit at all. We don't make any profit.
So are the youth encouraged to go into farming?
No. Because of what we the elders are suffering from. The youth, they are no more interested in farming.
This particular government has a minister who has resigned previously, but they said they were doing planting for food and jobs. They were giving fertilizers, pesticides. As a seasoned farmer, how would you describe
all these things? We are not benefiting. We heard it on the radio, but we are not benefiting from it because they don't come to our aid. We don't even see them. We only hear the tune on air, but we don't see them. We don't get it at all. When you come here, they will tell you that they don't buy with coupon. So they are selling at their own prices. Those that have been released by the government, we don't get it.
So how much do you buy the fertilizers for?
We can't buy it at all. Even you don't see the fertilizer. We don't here. We don't see the fertilizer at all.
81.
81?
Yes.
So what are you doing here?
I'm trading.
You're trading. What do you trade in?
Farming trading.
You're a farmer.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of farm do you do? Maize?
Mixed farm.
Mixed farm?
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself. Tell me your business.
My business is farming, sowing cassava, plantain, maize, and others.
How many years have you farmed?
I can say I start farming from 19. I completed school in 1963. Right. And I work through government small, but it did not qualify for me, so I came to farming. So according to my farming operations there, it will be 54 or 60 something now.
So you've been farming all your life?
Yes.
How do you describe farming? Is it a good thing? Is it profitable?
It's good, but only if you don't have capital. Capital is a problem of farming. Do you get me? Yeah.
So do you get capital? How do you get access to capital?
This capital it depends how the bank or the government will help us.
Do the banks easily give you credit?
The bank would give you although you have small deposit there before you get back. If they have nothing and you go there, they can borrow you.
Okay. Have you benefited from government's fertilizer, pesticides, any of those?
We benefit through it, but it is too.
To another exciting edition of Sister Ghana's #1 and longest running relationship talk show. My name is AJ Akwako. It's a pleasure, as usual, to welcome you to a very exciting episode. This show, ladies and gentlemen, is a show that gives you all the clarity, all the understanding, all the advice you need for whatever situation that you may be going through. Perhaps it's something you are going through. Perhaps it's something a friend is going through. But whatever it is, whatever solutions we profess will help you in whatever point you may be in your lives. If you have a situation either career-wise, sexually, with your partner, with your family, just send it in and send us a message via the email address, sistersisterisllive@gmail.com. That is sistersisterisllive@gmail.com. Of course, you can use the hashtag sistersister to also get interactive and tell us your thoughts on some of these stories. Now, we'll get into a very exciting one right after this break. Of course, a very big thank you to our proud sponsors, Ghana AIDS Commission's Red Ribbon Campaign, Kel Kids Toothpaste, and as well, Onga, Mama's Helping Hand. When we come back, you meet the sisters. You're tuned in to Sister live on 97.3 Citi FM and as well live on Citi TV. Of course, encouraging you to get interactive. Use the hashtag Sister and send in your thoughts, your messages. If you have an opinion about the stories we share, please, we will love to hear it. A very big thank you again to our proud sponsors, Onga, Mama's Helping Hand, Kel Kids Toothpaste, and Ghana AIDS Commission's Red Ribbon Campaign. A very big thank you as well to First Choice for my hair. Takes a village, guys. It takes a village. Now, allow me to introduce some of the smartest, most intelligent, most eloquent women you will see on this earth. And I'm not even capping. My beautiful sisters. Hello, sisters. How are you? I'll start off with the lady in gold, or say orange, say brown, say
gold. You're fine.
Yes,
gold,
yes.
Gold.
The golden girl, Sicho. Hi, Sicho.